Hi, everybody. My name is OPT Lawyer. Welcome to Caelus City. Joining me today on this amazingly awesome train track of nothing, Nora, Chammy, and Teach. Guys, why do you keep coming here?
I didn't have anything better to do.
Okay.
I was promised blackjack and some other entertainment.
I'm pretty sure one of those is illegal to stream.
Wait, you mean I don't have to be here? Oh, nuts.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, they don't like you playing blackjack on Twitch. That's actually not true. I think about it. They have an old thing for it.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm saying we don't have to be here anymore then.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure the other part's only half illegal. It just depends on what you decide to do afterwards.
It depends on who's paying for it. So anyway.
I'll say something that'll definitely get us in trouble on Twitch, but I'll just hold that.
Yeah, so my only question, the only response to that is, how much was that bit donation for?
Exactly. So anyway, hi.
We're off to a great start.
What start? Did we start? I don't even know if we've started.
I mean, you said there would be rails. We were promised rails, and I don't think we're there.
I didn't say a darn thing about rails. I don't know where you got that from.
The tweet says there'll be rails.
That was you.
It wasn't from my account. It was from the Bay City account. I was always under the impression that whoever was running the game was running the account.
No, because I just tell you to stream the tweet you do, which is nice. So thank you. Anyway, I should add team people.
Why are you pulling back the curtain? It's whoever runs the game sends up the tweet. Come on, you should know this by now. So you promised us rails.
I didn't promise a thing. So anyway, besides, it's Twitter. Everything lies on Twitter. So anyway, hi. Twitter's just a big lie. So
Twitter is just a giant cake.
Oh, too soon to eat. Too soon.
Too late.
Too late.
Well, the cake is a lie.
Can't be soon. Oh boy. So anyway. I'm just stalling for time because I'm trying to remember exactly what happened last time, and all I remember on last time was basically Cal and Sync had a very, very long and emotional talk about their issues with each other and the world and everything else. Everybody was back at the lab trying to figure out what's wrong with Owen. Cal's mother woke up briefly. I remember that. Cal's mother woke up kind of briefly, talked to him, tried to get him to calm down because he was upset and stuff, and then she passed out again. And meanwhile, the yellow lizard, whose name I'm now blanking on.
Wasn't Josiah, was it?
Yeah, no, that's the child. I do actually have notes. I should probably open those.
Yes. So the quick and dirty summary is the yellow lizard's working on stuff. Meanwhile, Cal is being an angsty little twit.
Basically, yeah.
But doesn't that describe every episode we've done?
Pretty much.
More twit, less angst.
Yeah.
This time, Cal was full-on emotional teenager.
Yeah.
And it was glorious.
It was glorious.
Glorious.
No, Josiah is the one who knows about... Okay, so who was I thinking of? Gregory.
Your brother is...
Yeah, Gregory is the kid. Zachariah is his dad, and then Josiah is the yellow lizard.
And then we're going to guess, like, Jebediah or something is going to be, like, their grandfather.
Just remember, their second cousin is Jeremiah. He was a bullfrog.
Yeah.
Not sure how that lineage works, actually, but anyway. So,
It's amphibious.
Right. So you guys were after this talk, you guys were walking back towards... I believe towards the lab, whatnot, and in the process, you came across one of those unmarked, white paneled vans that just looks really creepy in the first place. And in it, as you kind of like looked inside the window, you happen to see two lizards sitting inside the driver compartment of the van. And I believe Cal looked at Sync and said, "Hey, want to have some fun?" or something like that. I'm not sure, but there was the quote there. Yep. It was really cool, and welcome to issue 15 of Caelus City, Sequence Part 2. On the cover is basically, there's something of a little bit of a hill, because there's the houses on the hill, whatnot. You kind of got a little slope down to the sidewalk into the street. So we're kind of on the top of this hill, looking behind the shoulders of Sink and Cal, who are kind of like standing, not hiding behind a tree, but kind of just like looking over and kind of like sneakily looking around. And we see this van there, and the only hint in the tile page that you have that there's a lizard inside is one of them has their elbow out on the window like this, just it's like that. So that's the comic title page. We open the book. We're basically at that scene. So you guys have
Cal looks over at Sink. Stay here in case things go wrong, but I have an idea.
So you mean when they go wrong? Gotcha.
Yes. So Cal's gonna casually walk up to the side of the van that is facing the side of the street his house is on.
Okay.
Okay. And walks up, goes on the window.
So, so that's the passenger side then, right? Yeah.
Whichever side of the street his house is on.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, that'd be okay. So we're gonna say that's the passenger side. So you just walk upside. So you hear that you do that, and that's the passenger side window then, right? Just the window.
Yep.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so you do that, and the two lizards inside just kind of like jump like, and the other one kind of like rolls down the window. You see inside there are two they look sort of young kind of lizards. They're one's blue, one's actually a black color, and they both look at you and they're like, "What?"
Well, first off, kind of rude seeing an unmarked van being passed out asleep in front of somebody's house, too. I don't think this is your neighborhood. Can I help you with something?
Oh, no, and the blue lizard is the one sitting next to you, or sitting like in the seat close to you. He looks at you. He looks at the other. Looks like, no, we're fine, thank you. We're just taking a little bit of a break after our job.
After a job, you say. So you decide to come and take a break in a random neighborhood. Was this the first time any of us here have ever seen you?
I mean, that's not too surprising. We just got here.
Yeah. See, I'd like to. Now, this is the player saying, "I'd like to assess the situation."
Oh, sure, go right ahead.
Don't want to assess the situation anymore. I forgot I'm still guilty.
I don't want to assess anything.
Boom! Boom! 10, baby!
All right, what's your first question?
Oh. What here can I use to get them to admit they're casing the area?
So you look inside the van, like, as you're having this conversation, and you definitely notice that, like, one of them, like, it's not a gun, it's actually a dagger, like, strapped to his side there, but it's definitely more than just, like, some random dagger you picked up on the street or in the stuff like Walmart or something like that. This looks ceremonial, almost.
What here is in the greatest danger?
Honestly, the two lizards in the van.
I mean, yes! Considering what's about to happen, yes. I'm assuming that also answers the question of who here is most vulnerable to me.
Yeah. The blue one, only because he's closer.
Yep, no, that's fine. It's gonna look like, okay. All right. I get what you're saying. I get what you guys are saying. I do. But, I would tend to believe you more that you weren't up to something for two reasons. Number one, no one comes to a job with a dagger that pretty on their hip. And number two, and this is the part that really bothers me, you have my cat.
So, They both look at you. Like, as you mentioned the dagger, they were literally about to just, like, step, like, did you hear the van turn on? Like, the engine come on. But you mentioned the cat, and they look at both, they both look at you like, what are you talking about?
So, we get a comic panel, and I'm going to roll always prepared for this. And you just see out of the backyard, out of the roof of the car, a giant hand come out of the roof of the car, and it gives a giant wave. And you know the sound that you make when you shake a bag of treats for a cat?
Yes.
That's the sound that this hand makes. And then the hand turns into a finger gun. The top opens up, and the sound it makes is the bag crinkling as it fires off a giant tuna fish into the window of the van.
Okay.
I am always prepared, and this is how I'm getting Apollo to the scene.
Right. So
yeah, so the whole rails idea, yeah, you can just throw that out.
Hold on, though. You rolled an 8. What are you doing?
I am going to mark a condition to make sure that this works. So this is the cat summoning tuna cannon.
Okay. How big is this tuna?
Well, probably a good 150-pound fish, because it's the tuna.
Oh, damn,
it's the whole fish.
You mean like
it's the whole damn fish.
You mean like a proper tuna? Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. It's like it's a fish. It's a fish. It's a lizard-seeking fish missile. For the record, I'm marking angry.
Okay. So
dead.
So that happens. So then what? So Nora, or someone take it, because
I was just gonna say. Meanwhile, you see a panel of Sink kind of making the same face I'm making. Like, what?
Just assume that Cal has inventions like Team Rocket has hot air balloons and robots. You don't know how he gets them or where they come from. They just are.
Yeah, that's the thing. So, Apollo, the tuna hits the car, smashes the window, and you just start seeing the car violently shake back and forth. So what's happened is the tuna has broken Apollo out of whatever restraints he was in, out of the little cat carrier that they caught him in, and he has now tied a little white bandana around his head and is flying around, claws out, kicking everyone. And yes, I'm directly engaging.
You don't need to roll, because that's to directly engage a threat. They're not a threat, so
They had no age.
you just beat the crap out of them. So just tell me, you just start punching and kicking and whatever, right?
Kung Fu Kitty.
Yeah. So all this happens as that happens. So they after a bit of this, they quickly just like run out of the, like, just climb out of the van as best they possibly can and fall onto the floor, like basically like saying things in a language that you don't know. But you suspect that those are words that you probably don't want to know.
So as they're falling out of the van,
Yep.
and they fall to the ground, Sing's gonna open up a portal because he sees how this is going. So that drops him right back into the van with Apollo.
At this point, Apollo's startled a little bit, so he's arched up, hissing like, "I had my tuna."
And also at this point, Cal now has gone to the back door they're trying to escape and has got the liquid metal squirt gun pointed at both of them.
This has gone downhill fast.
Well, so they just both kind of collapse in the back of the van, like holding, like covering their heads up, and they're all like, "What are you guys doing?"
Getting information. Why are you here?
Yes, we were looking for Zachariah. Jeez.
So, unmarked van? Probably not the best idea.
Well, it was the only thing we could get our hands on. Oh.
Keep talking or you'll be next after the tuna.
Apollo is 150 pounds. I think you should be good for a little bit.
They're next after the tuna.
And we look, and somehow Apollo has carved the tuna, deboned it, and it's all in just like big 1.5-inch thick tuna steaks at this point.
And you just see Apollo's claws. I've been practicing.
That you have.
So Sink walks out of like one of the portals to be next to the van here. These guys are kind of like pleading for mercy and whatnot. And he's like, "So, why are you here for Zechariah again?"
Well, so the Blackwood kind of like slowly like rolls over onto his back and kind of looks towards you, and he's like, "Well, it's really the only contact we know out here."
Contact?
Well, yeah. I mean, where else are we supposed to go?
Go for what?
I know where this is going.
He just kind of like shakes his head. He's like, "Go for making contact with anybody who can get us out of the city?
Out of the city to where?
Anywhere but here, apparently."
Sink.
Yeah.
Take the express route and go see if they're telling the truth or not.
Oh, you mean get Zach? Yeah, okay. You do mean get him, right?
I mean exactly what I said.
Okay.
You know Cal well enough to know he's exactly what he's telling you, but he doesn't want to admit that he knows Zechariah until you get confirmation that they know that this is the truth.
Right, that makes sense. Alright, well. I'll be back.
So we'll teach, apparently.
Yeah.
See? There it is.
Hey.
I went to clear something and I fat-fingered a button.
So Singh just kind of like nods to Cal and says, all right, I'll be right back. And so he falls back into his portal to appear into Cal's lab, where Zechariah and Josiah in them.
Yep. So Josiah is still typing away at the computer. It looks like he hasn't moved since you've seen him last. Whatever he's typing out, or whatever he's doing, it looks extremely involved. In the meantime, Zechariah is just kind of sitting there, and he looks exhausted, as he's, like, kind of looking over Josiah's shoulder every so often. He looks over at you, he's like, "Oh, hi."
So, don't have a lot of time here, but do you know any kind of lizards that are black, and what was the other color?
Blue.
And blue? Well, more than usual. But do you know any lizards that are black and blue that might be looking for you?
I mean, there's a lot of lizards that are both black scaled and blue scaled. I don't know if anyone would be looking for me exactly why.
There's two guys out front who were watching us in a unmarked van kind of creepily, and we just interrogated them a bit, and they said they were waiting here for you, as in they wanted to contact you. I think they're trying to make it sound like they want to actually leave the city. And so they seem like they're trying to present themselves as being on the up and up. But I wanted to make sure.
I mean, there's probably a lot of the clan is trying to get out of both here and there. Especially after what happened. Here, let me, take me over to them, would you?
I don't know if that's a good idea. I mean, if they're dangerous, then you'd be directly in danger.
And I'll be surrounded by two young adults who know exactly how to do everything to save me. Come on, let's go.
Fair point. All right. He's going to rip me up for this.
No,
So-
it's my fault.
Zink opens up a portal and guides us back through, so we come back out at the opening of the van near Cal.
who still has the liquid metal squirt gun trained on both of these lizards.
They don't really notice because they're both like just laying on the ground, or the back of the van.
Yeah, covered in way too many scratches for a lizard with scales.
Yeah, exactly. So
All right, I got him, Cal.
So Zachariah kind of walks over towards you, looks in, and he's like, "Did you just attack them?"
I didn't attack them, no.
And technically, I didn't either.
He looks at you with this disapproving frown.
Apollo pops up out of the passenger seat. I did.
They were sitting here creepily in an unmarked van, and they had my cat. So I launched tuna. It's like a Scooby snack.
Yeah, you also got me out of the carrier that they locked me in.
And see, the blacklisted pipes was like, I didn't even know you were back there.
We just get a straight comic panel of Cal's face, and it is just got the weirdest smile on it.
Okay. So it's just Zachariah looks at them, back at Cal, looks kind of over to Sig and looks back at them and is like, alright. If I remember correctly, you are Jake and Andy, right? They both kind of nod.
But geez, you know their names.
Well, these two, practically inseparable. They're brothers.
At their brothers comment, Cal gets the rock eyebrow, like, one's black and one's blue.
Well,
what?
Okay, half brothers.
He doesn't say anything. He just gives the eyebrow, like.
Yeah. So the two lizards just kind of like they're like holding themselves down there, like, oh. And he kind of Zachariah folds his arms, like, why did you have Apollo in a cage? And they're like, we did put him in here. Must have been whoever we stole the van from.
Cal just looks, yeah, about that.
Looks at you like, what?
Sure, we'll go with that. You stole the van from someone who kidnapped the cat.
Zachariah gives you the rock eyebrow. Or arch, I should say, because they have eyebrows.
So, what are you guys trying to say, then? That you're not creepers who are sitting on the side of the road here, staring at somebody's house and, like, staking the place out?
No. You were sitting here in a van trying to pinpoint Zachariah's location. You got a slight signal from here, and then it disappeared. And Zachariah's like, yes, it did, because I turned it off.
So yes, sitting in an unmarked van in an unfamiliar neighborhood being creepy while trying to find someone. You know what most people call that? Chasing the joint, or kidnappers.
Or at the very least, creepy.
Okay, creepy I get, but ow. Could have asked first.
Yeah, if you weren't on the level, you wouldn't have told us the truth anyway.
I mean, that's fair.
I mean, there are numerous reasons why I wouldn't have just flat out said, hey, why are you here? But I don't quite think you understand the scale of the situation.
All three lizards on the scene just look at Cal.
Hey, Alex. Oh, sorry. Did not mean that one. Cal, in his mind, was referencing the fact that the last time they saw an unmarked van, they had to go rescue Gregory from being kidnapped.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. We have bad history with unmarked vans.
Yeah. So Cal, the character, was not making a pun. TGE, the player, absolutely was.
Mm-hmm.
Surprise!
That was a station wagon, anyway.
It's still unmarked.
So, Zachariah's like, okay, so why are you guys looking for me? They're like, we're trying to get out of the city. We just got out of the Citadel after some very big mecha suit thing freed us from prison.
Cal points to Apollo as he says that.
I mean, the cat that just beat us up.
My bad.
No, you're good. Trust me.
Yeah, you're good. You've earned that tuna.
Apollo immediately goes back to nomming on the tuna.
Yeah, as long as it's not us, I guess. So they kind of like sit up, and just kind of like scoot to the sides of the van, just kind of like do one of these things, like okay.
So, you guys got a van. Why didn't you just book it out of the city?
Oh, because that's gonna work.
I mean, it'll probably work a little bit better than maybe drawing attention to a guy who's hiding out.
I mean, the police aren't around this area, and neither are any of the other patrols generals sent out. And Zachariah's like, what, you don't trust the police here? Oh, they both shake their heads. Man, they're shipping everyone off to shelters and things. Forget that.
Shelters that are probably the best place to go right now because that is the easiest place to keep people under watch.
Exactly. We don't want to be under watch from them. We've been under watch for, like, years. We don't need to feel like we're still in prison right now.
Point of contention. Eyes keeping you safe versus eyes keeping you locked down.
I don't feel any different.
What was that about the general sending out, like, search parties or something, though?
Oh, yeah, I mean, since all of the political prisoners escaped, he's at least out there sending, a few squads out to find a few of the bigger names. I know that much. The few have already been recaptured. Not many, but a couple.
As he says this, Cal's head just slowly turns to sink and gives him the biggest side eye.
What? What did I do now? Oh. I didn't...
Later.
I'm actually missing this.
It happened last session. It was a conversation we had.
Oh, gotcha.
About the red lizard.
Oh, right. So.
And you wonder why we're paranoid.
So they both kind of sit up against the side of it. So, well, I guess I can't really ask if you know a way out of here because I can't really drive the van anymore. You have like any?
Cal looks them both over. You two are being way too dramatic. They're superficial scratches at most, except for that one. He points to one on the blue lizard.
Yeah, that was like, yes, that one really hurts. Blackman's like, I think I'm just in shock from getting beat up by a cat.
Well, you were in the way of the tuna.
The tuna in the window was a nice touch. It was also very strange.
He does that.
Okay.
Both of them.
I mean, let's be honest. A tuna in the window is probably the least strange thing I've done.
That's true. You didn't, make the tuna yourself.
Zachariah looks over to you, more stranger than going into the mind of your mother? Less strange, you said.
Yeah.
I gave a cat a mech suit. I weaponized chocolate wafer candy.
That you did.
We have a lot of weird weapons, now that I think about it.
I'm just gonna... Zachariah just kind of
My compatriot here weaponized an easy bake oven.
Yeah.
So yeah, tuna through the window is on the low scale of strange.
I see. So Zachariah just kind of like shrugs and is like, we should probably at least figure out how we can get them someplace else, I guess.
Like where?
I'm not even sure.
I'm running out of bedrooms.
No, yeah, the lab wouldn't be good, like at this point.
Why would they think they could go to you anyway, Zachariah, to help them get out?
Well, as I said before, I was kind of known for my abilities and whatnot, and I guess they were trying to track me. And I did send out a little bit. I had to send out a little bit of a signal, not from the lab, but from the area earlier, just to see if I could figure out anything about where Josiah was at. I couldn't. You guys found him. They must have locked onto that and tried to come over this direction. And they're like, "That's." And they at the day they both like kind of snap up and they're like, "Josiah's here too." Yeah, he's safe. Don't worry about him. Oh, good. He got it bad inside there.
Well, that explains why he's so skittish.
Yeah, he wasn't like that before.
Skittish is an understatement.
So Zachariah is like looks at you two. It's like, all right, give me a few minutes here. I'll just figure out something, see what I can plan. In the meantime, you guys just he points out. You two just sit here and think about what you've done. They both just kind of look at him as he closes the doors to the van. And he sighs. Is like, do you guys just have to attack everybody?
You know, that one's kind of warranted, considering that the lizard people that were like in the Citadel,
I'm not saying
and the fact that we already have to take care of one kidnapping, and the fact that I screwed up royally and like blabbed about Josiah at the shelter. Like, we were kind of, expecting something.
That would have been way too quick, number one. Number two, I don't know if they still know where you live anyway. Except we're not standing out here talking about all this.
Well, I mean, they were able to follow your signal. Why couldn't somebody else?
Oh. I mean, it was... Thankfully, it was generalized, so they wouldn't know where, but I should be more careful now. But, so these two clearly don't trust anybody, which I don't necessarily blame them, but you think it's a good idea to try to get them out of the city? Yeah,
Would it actually work?
Well, the general's probably not going to go after those two. They really don't have much. The reason they were in jail is because of their father.
Who was their father?
Father was one of the main lizards who was in the protests of the general's coup. Peaceful protests, whatnot, and then, people just started getting arrested and or disappearing. You still don't know whatever happened to their father. Maybe we could put them up in a motel or something like that for a few days, at least until everything calms down a bit.
Yeah, about that. That's going to be a negative, Ghost Rider.
Who?
He said that's not going to happen.
Oh. Why?
Cal looks at Zachariah, and it's sync. Do I really have to explain to you why not?
Yeah.
I mean, they're not very good at hiding themselves, clearly.
Well, yeah, then there's that.
Hold on for a second. Apollo, While you're still eating your tuna, can you keep an eye on these two for a second?
Yeah, hey, get your hand off the tuna.
They are not touching your tuna.
So he that was me. So
okay.
Cal reaches over, gives some scritchies, shuts the door, then leans in and whispers to Zachariah and Sink. They know the neighborhood I live in. If they get caught, that's good information. It's a good bargaining chip. No, we're not putting them up in a hotel where we have no control over what's going on.
Are we gonna have to?
No. If you remember correctly, I am now working for the PD. I'll put in a phone call to our friend Detective O'Malley, and we'll get them set up in Woodstock.
Oh. Okay. Do you think they're going to trust the police enough to, have that...
They trust you. They trust you.
Yeah.
And it will get them out of the city.
That's true. All right. Give him a call.
So, you explain that. I'm going to go call our buddy.
Right. So he opens the van up and goes and talks to them a bit.
Cal just takes out his phone.
Mm-hmm. So O'Malley picks up, like, yes.
Hey, it's me. Your favorite junior detective.
I have a feeling I'm not going to like this. What's up?
Well, I need a favor.
Of course you
do. But it applies to the current case we're working.
Okay.
A couple lovely compatriots of our friends in the jungle decided that they wanted to try and get away, so they might have, stolen an unmarked van and were casing my neighborhood. Now, I don't want to let them back off into the wild because they know said neighborhood. They also don't want to, don't trust a lot of people either, so can you call in a favor to your people, get them out of the city in someplace, quote-unquote, safe?
We got a few safe houses outside the city and a few contacts out there. We could do like our witness protection program kind of thing.
Beautiful. I was hoping you would say that.
Don't know how well it's going to work for lizards, but we'll give it a try.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but don't scales react well to paint? Just get some, biodegradable, friendly paint, sneak them out, and you're good.
Yeah, I have no idea. We'll look into that.
I can probably come up with a formula if you need me to.
Yep, we're good.
Also, the one big thing I want to point out is when you do get these guys, because I'm going to be sending them your way, or send someone here to get them, don't ask about the thousands and thousands and thousands of scratches on them.
So you just hear this long pause. And the detective just says, we'll send people over. Bye.
Rick walks back over. Zachariah?
Yeah.
My end's good.
I think we're good here, too. I'll hang here.
Good.
Wait for the officers to show up.
If you think I'm leaving you out in the open, you're crazy.
Yeah, no way.
Right. I'm sorry. I almost forget sometimes. All right. You stay here, then.
I'll wait here, because I'm the one who lives in the neighborhood.
Right. Say, get me back to the lab.
Didn't say please.
Please?
There we go. Oh, sorry. And teleports him back.
So, you get back into the lab, and Josiah, who, again, you haven't really seen move from that computer, is now not there.
Is everybody else still around?
Yeah, they're all doing their own thing and whatnot.
Alrighty. Gonna assume that Josiah, went for a good reason. But, as I drop off, Zachariah, I was just kind of looking, to see if I maybe grab Mary or something and say, hey, Where'd Josiah go?
So, Teach, remind me, this lab has, like, underground, like, layers to it at this point, right?
It has some layers we have not explored yet, but those are very highly encoded and encrypted to get into.
Right. So, what would be in the lowest one?
In the very lowest layer?
Yeah.
Fresh fish storage.
Perfect. Okay.
Perfect.
Yes. So, Mary's like, oh, I saw him go down that way. I thought he was going downstairs for... So what's the lowest a normal person could just walk into?
This is the lowest level normal people can walk into.
Right. So she's like, yeah, I thought he went off that way towards the kitchen, but I didn't see him after that.
Huh. Well, was everything okay?
I don't know. It's kind of hard with him. He just kind of stood up and walked away.
That's kind of weird. All right. I'll check in with him because I want to see how he's been doing anyway. Thanks, Mary. I'll be right back.
So, does Cal have some kind of, like, proximity alarm thing on him that would tell him that somebody's in the fish storage?
Of course. Once the door to go downstairs is opened, he'll know.
Yeah. So, that, whatever that is in, like, your watch or your glove or whatever, it starts beeping.
Say?
What? I didn't do it. What's up?
No, well, it depends. Are you standing in front of the knife rack?
You mean, like, upstairs here? Yeah, I'm here.
Yes, the not the knife block, but the pegboard knife rack in the back of the kitchen.
I don't think I am just yet.
Okay, good. Go there.
Okay. Should I go there?
Is the pegboard closed?
Is the pegboard closed?
No.
No.
Okay. Shut the pegboard.
Okay.
Go down afterwards and see what's going on down there.
Okay.
There's some highly sensitive stuff down there.
Ooh, I gotta see your secrets.
That is fine, but you promised me one thing.
What's that?
You do not tell Apollo.
Wasn't expecting that, but yeah, you got my word.
You'll know why when you get down there.
Okay, so Sig goes into the area behind the knife rack, closes it behind him, and starts walking down some stairs.
So you keep going down, and like every level, there's a door that has some kind of like locking mechanism on it. Doesn't look as like it's been broken. It just looks like it's been like opened, looked through, and then closed. But whoever closed it forgot to relock it. When you get down to the bottom level, and that door is just open.
Okay, so kind of adjust my jacket to kind of warm up a little bit as I go in there.
So Cal, tell me what this looks like.
So, you walk in, and have you guys ever seen the videos from the Hotel Atlantis?
No.
Where there's the water slide that has the aquariums on each side?
Mm-hmm.
Well, better idea. Who's played Final Fantasy VII?
It's been a while.
The underwater reactor at Junon, where you're walking through the tube and there's water on both sides?
Okay.
Kind of like this. There is there's a hallway, and then there's just a gigantic aquarium with, well, mostly tuna, but some other fresh fish and some lobsters hidden in it as well. But yeah, Cal has an underwater aquarium here.
Huh.
How does this work with Project Figaro? Like, with a vertical... That's a lot to... Jeez. Okay.
Do you look up?
Yeah.
If you look up, you see there's a cover to the giant fish tank.
Oh. I'm satisfied.
And on the wall, right as you walk in, there's a little like air circulator for the bubbles.
So Sin calls out when he gets in there. Josiah.
So you don't hear anything necessarily, or more specifically, he doesn't respond to you. But Cal, is this a place where you've been like lately at all, or would this area be like slightly dusty or something like that?
Oh, Cal is there. Has been there recently because every day he loads a new tuna into the cannon. And if it doesn't get launched, he trades out tunas.
You ready to be a hero today, buddy?
Do you want to save the world?
One fish at a time. Okay, so that idea is not going to work too well. Is there easy access to get like into these tanks?
No.
Okay. So,
there is access to the tanks,
yeah.
but it's not on this level.
No, it's fine. So you just hear like, you hear footsteps, and you can kind of tell because they're like, footsteps with the addition of like claw tips, kind of like touching the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like as far like pretty far away from you, but you definitely hear them shuffling around quickly.
They're going away from me or towards me?
Away from you at the moment.
Okay. I'm definitely going to follow that until I see the guy.
Mm-hmm. So, you do finally, like, after going down a hallway or two, whatnot, you do finally see Josiah, and he looks like he's, muttering and just, like, walking kind of absent-mindedly, just, like, going like this kind of a thing.
So I call like in a loud voice, Josiah!
Ah!
Hey!
What? Oh, hi. Hey, it's the fox. Okay, I remember you.
Hey! Where are you?
Right here?
Yeah, and do you know where here is?
Looks like a big aquarium.
Yeah. So, where are you up here? Because you weren't here a minute ago.
I'm here. Why? What?
Do you even know how you got down here?
I walked
You walked. How far did you walk?
down a lot of stairs. I had to check a few other places too first before I came in here. This is the most comforting area. Had all the nice kind of sounds of an aquarium.
Well, so what are you even doing down here?
I had to get away.
You had to get away.
There's too many people. Just had to be quiet. Be quiet. Had to be quiet. It's nice here. I like it. It's kind of nice.
This was a locked door.
Yeah, it wasn't actually that hard to get into.
That doesn't make it right.
I'm sorry. I just thought I needed to get away. I didn't know where else to go. I couldn't leave. Couldn't leave.
Chill. What's going on? What's wrong anyway?
There's just too many people up there. Just a lot of people. They're all watching me. They're all looking at me. They're all watching everything I was doing.
Listen, Josiah. Nobody's watching you like that. All they want to do is they want to make sure things are going okay. And they're not trying to freak you out or anything, alright? So, chill out and calm down. And I don't think you want to go to a secured, locked door to just walk around. It's kind of rude, man.
I didn't know what else to do. I tried. I can't.
But do you feel better down here?
It's kind of nice down here. The aquarium's kind of... It's warm down here.
Okay. How long do you think you need down here? Not gonna rush you. I want to make sure I can tell Cal.
I don't know. I don't know. How long are they all going to be up there?
Considering that they're kind of living there and hiding out, probably for a long time.
Oh, okay. So probably a long time.
So what you're saying is you want to stay down here until there's nobody up there.
No, I probably I just need some space. I don't know. I'm sorry. He just kind of plunks against the wall and just kind of like sits down on the floor.
No, Josiah, I get it, all right? I know you're scared. That's totally fine. You have a lot of reason to be because of all the crazy stuff you went through. Like, that's perfectly fine. I just want to make sure that you're all right and that you weren't, like, I don't know, like, having like a mind control episode or something weird that was leading you down here. I just wanted to make sure everything was all right. So, just chill out. Everything's fine. And you can handle this. All right?
Mind control? Do they have mind control now, too?
I was trying to cover the report.
Is my mind being controlled? Maybe that's it. That's it, right? Maybe that's it. That's why I came down here, because it's controlling my mind, right? Yes.
No, your mind's not being controlled. You're fine.
Okay.
You're just as crazy as you were when you came in here. I mean, you are fine, Josiah.
Okay, good.
And I'm trying to cover that support, so I'll kind of roll that for you.
Does that work on an NPC? Go ahead.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And they take it, I guess.
Right.
Hey!
Oh, nice. Okay. So, yeah. So he's gonna, I guess, now clear the afraid condition.
Hey, sweet!
He's just gonna kind of sit.
Progress.
Right. Just gonna sit there against the wall, and he just kind of looks. He looks now like slightly more embarrassed than anything else. It's like, I don't know. I didn't mean to come. I couldn't help myself. I just had to come down.
It's fine. Besides, I mean, security hasn't really met Bupkis since we had technomancers coming on board.
Well, they probably couldn't have opened that door.
What? How did you open it?
Oh, I made a thing. It was kind of easy after I did all the programming, whatnot. But you couldn't just come down here and just technomance it in. You had to actually make it. He holds up a key card that he made.
So Cal's probably gonna want to see that, just so you know. Because
I suspect you would, yes.
Yeah, it's probably not a good thing.
Huh? Oh no, this card key is great. You can get it anywhere.
Yeah, but we probably don't want that, like if it got into the wrong hands and such.
That's why it's in my hands.
Right, and you're super trustworthy. I mean, still gotta be sure.
He shoves it in his pocket.
Anyway, you can be down here and chill out for a bit. I gotta let Cal know what's going on here, because he just got, like, I think an alert or something that somebody was breaking in down here, and he's gotta know what's up.
Okay.
So, you sit tight and try to relax.
I am relaxed. This is me relaxed.
Relax harder. This thing kind of, like, pops down into our portal. And he pops back up near Cal outside. He just kind of sighs. It was Josiah. He walked down to the lower level.
Don't. How the heck did he get down there?
That's what I want to know. Apparently he made some sort of key card that like just let him bypass all the security.
That's impressive considering half the locks are manual.
Well, I mean, feel free to tell him that because he's, all the way down there. But anyway, he's freaking out because of all the people.
If you were looking at the locks, you would have noticed this cat. I was saying, but obviously you probably didn't.
I mean, they weren't there when I was walking past.
Most of the locks, there was an escape room in town closing down, so I bought all the locks and used them.
Huh.
Nice.
Intelligent and pragmatic.
How else do you think I have a lot of these random pieces of equipment I have? Apollo, are you done with the tuna yet?
Yeah, it's good.
Did you? He looks. I'm assuming just we get the anime style where it's just the fish, the bones, the tail, and that's it. That's left.
Pretty much.
Nice.
Just the head. Yeah.
I don't feel so good.
Oh, no!
Oh. Come on, this isn't our van. Let's go, buddy. As the, I'm assuming by this point we don't have to play out the whole Witsec thing.
Yeah.
Unless you want it.
No. The O'Malley comes and takes care of the two lizards and whatnot in the van.
And then as they're leaving, Cal looks and goes, "You might want to get that buffed out."
Oh, I think we're just gonna scrap it at this point. There's no way we're getting that smell out.
Which smell? Fish, cat, or lizard?
Fish. There is literal tuna guts all over the front, driver's side. There's no way.
Hey,
I kept it mostly clean.
No, that's from where I launched it into the window.
Yeah, I don't think this had anything to do with you eating it. I think this is pretty much when what they said went through the window. But by the way, why do you have a tuna fish cannon? I am not certain that's a legal thing to have, sir.
Well, I don't have a tuna fish cannon. It is not my fault that the tuna itself swam into the air release unit and launched itself into the window.
Uh-huh. Whatever.
I gotta use that in the future.
And Elliot looked clearly just doesn't believe you, but he's just like, I don't care, whatever. So have fun with that.
Oh, Cal's not trying to hide the fact that he's full of crap right there.
Oh, yeah. It's just like, no, that's fine. You don't want to tell me, that's fine. Just be careful, for God's sakes.
He leans in. Detective,
Yes?
if it's a food and it can be projectiles, I probably have a way to do it.
I see.
I mean, in the backup shed, I have a prototype for a cherry tomato chain gun.
Would cherry tomatoes hurt, though? I mean, it's kind of like a...
They do if they're fired at that speed. Oh, also they might go through liquid nitrogen first.
Oh, well, okay, that would make sense.
Ever been hit by a paintball that's been injected with liquid nitrogen? It hurts.
Can't say I have. Anyway, we get these two out of here and keep them safe and whatnot and fix up their... What did you do to that blue lizard? Jeez.
I did nothing. I slowly look at Apollo.
Sing just kind of points at Apollo.
Apollo, come here, buddy. You're a good kitty. Scritchy, 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 scritchy.
You just hear Apollo purring.
Alright, so they take the two lizards and they're off. So, what does the rest of the crew do?
So, first things first, Cal looks over at both Apollo and Sync, mostly Sync, and goes, "Remind me at some point to tell you the trick to get a cat in a carrier in a van when nobody's looking."
I'm kind of curious how you pulled that off.
Well, he just sort of smiles. Remember when I drew your blood to do some checks a while ago?
Yeah?
Cal pulls the machine, what looks like a remote control, out of his pocket that's kind of fried. It was one-time use, but it was worth it.
I don't know how I feel about this. I'm kind of flattered, kind of horrified, and a little bit offended. Nice.
Yeah. It was... It's not something I plan on doing a lot of, if any. This was just more of a, oh, I have nothing to do, I want to see if I can.
Well, it's
Turns
resourceful.
out, if you chemistry enough things, you can.
Well, it's one problem taken care of, but now we have the other problem.
What other problem?
How do we get Josiah to get back up there and do some work? He is scared stiff about like being in a room with all those people.
Well, I have an idea for that. Cal reaches into the other pocket and pulls out a collar that has the little badge that says ESC on it.
What's that?
Well, that's a collar.
Yeah.
You don't know what the initials ESC stand for?
Escape?
Emotional Support Cat.
Aw.
6 October at Apollo. You mean the cat
Apollo.
that just ripped out 2 lizards?
You sit there, you say that, and Cal's just scratching his ears, and Apollo just looks like, oh, pretty kitty. I don't know what you're talking about. Apollo,
Yes.
he thinks you're a horrible murderer.
I am.
Okay, that
See?
only a fish, right?
And birds. I like birds too.
Okay. Will you be mad at me if I break out the collar?
Oh, not again.
I mean, only as a last resort.
Fine.
But we kind of have a paranoid lizard who's our only chance at saving his friend, our friend. Oh, it's weird saying our. I have more than one friend.
Kind of nice, isn't it?
Cal just turns like goes full breaking the fourth wall, turns directly to the comic panel, and just goes, "See, suck it, Tyler," and turns back around.
What?
Who's Tyler?
I don't know either. I'm sure the audience does.
No, that's just Cal being funny. He says, "Wait, I have more than one friend. Suck it, Tyler." Basically, a kid in school who said he'd never have more than one friend ever in his life.
Oh.
Suck it, Tyler.
Is that like Shut Up, Karen?
Yes.
I think it's close, yeah.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
Apollo's going to be on emotional support cat for the super jittery lizard.
If we need to. But we can also just try and go talk to him.
Be my guest. I tried to get through to him, and I didn't get terribly far. But
Well, you forgot the most important part of that conversation.
I was involved.
No, not at all. I'll show you when we get back to the shed.
Oh, okay.
The shed. This basically laboratory castle at this point.
I was like
I've-
a ship.
As I've said, it's like his lab is just 3 sheds and a trench coat.
Basically, yeah. Alright. So you get down there. Or you get back to the lab.
But he refers to it as the shed. No one's going to question. So he gets back to the lab and doesn't immediately go back down. Goes to the kitchen and sets the oven to 375.
Oh, what are you cooking today?
Well, I'm going to use the same recipe I used to get him here. And he breaks out the stand mixer, puts the pallet attachment in, he starts going to town. Like he's like basic cookie recipe.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, are you making some cat treats too?
I can make some feline friendly ones, yes. So he breaks out a second mixer and puts basically the exact same ingredients in to start the recipe. And the first batch gets white chocolate chips and macadamia nuts, and the second batch gets what appears to be just a bag of like Whiskas treats.
Okay.
So pops them in the oven. You know, they're done. What's some cool? He is that guy that goes, "Hey Apollo," and throws a hot cookie at Apollo.
You get the cartoon image of Apollo's, blowing smoke and fire.
He goes to the other cookies. Hey, Sink!
What? Sink
Throws
looks
the
up.
hot cookie to Sink.
Duck sick! Dog! Don't do it! Don't do it!
Oh, sweet! The Sink opens up a portal. So the cookie flies through and then flies into Apollo.
This one lands on Apollo's face. So now Apollo has this char mark on his nose.
So Gregory
And is glaring at Sync right now.
So Gregory, the lizard child, is sitting there just laughing his rear end off at all of this. Looks like he's having a grand old time with it.
Oh, hey, Sync, you see that? Kid thinks it's funny. Apollo, he thinks it's funny. Hey, Gregory, catch. And he throws a cookie at Gregory.
Gregory just grabs it. And he doesn't do it. It doesn't look like it actually affects him. It's like, yay!
I'll have to work on that. So he plates up a good batch of the macadamia nut cookies. And all right, who's coming with me?
So totally, I am.
So Cal goes over, hits a button. Out of the wall, a tray pops out. And Cal puts the cookies on it.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, it'll meet us down there. He then goes over to the knife rack. And you know the knife when you get your butcher block, like the small little paring-like knife that has the hook on it that nobody ever uses?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He goes over and pulls that one, and the door just opens up.
Nice. So Cal, as you go down, you do notice that every single door to every level has been opened. It's been closed, but it hasn't been relocked.
Oh, Cal will peek in and do a quick cursory look if anything's been touched.
No,
okay, and then lock everything back up.
it looks basically like pretty much Josiah opened the door, took a look inside the level, and then just kept going.
So what you're saying is we went down, doobie down.
Down.
So finally, we get down there, and we open after he locks those, we open the last door.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, I'm going to switch perspectives. Apollo,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to let you describe what happens, because we're opening the door to the giant tuna fish aquarium.
It's heaven. There's tuna everywhere. And you just see Apollo run into the room to this giant glass aquarium and is just pawing at all the tuna he sees in the water.
Nice.
Well, I didn't have to keep that secret for very long. Thanks, Cal.
Yeah, there was no two ways around it here. Also, as you say this, the wall next door opens up, and the tray of cookies materializes, but also on it is 3 cups, a saucer, and a pitcher of milk.
Aww.
But I'm lactose intolerant.
Cal gives you the look. You're only lactose intolerant when it's convenient for you.
I mean, most cats are.
Yeah, he's an alien. It's okay.
That's convenient for me now.
Well, lucky for you, this is lactate milk. You're good.
Oh, cool.
Did you just say it was convenient for you, meow?
Yes, right, yeah. Right, yeah.
That's what I thought I heard. Alright.
That's what you heard.
Alright, so go on.
So, alright, hey, Josiah?
He's in the same place Sink left him, which is kind of down the hallway a little ways, and
So Singh just kind of waves him on. Says, he was down here a little while. He's probably still there.
So Cal's gonna come up carrying the tray.
mm-hmm. So
Hey,
Josiah is
Josiah?
kind of got his knees to his chest, is kind of just hugging him with his head down, like that kind of thing. It looks like he's not like he's sleeping per se, but it looks like he's just trying to relax, and yet you could see him physically still shaking.
Yeah. So Cal sees this, and he's just gonna.
Why do you have to whistle?
Especially to the nervous guy.
Yeah. So Josiah kind of jumps into like, ah! What? No, I'm awake. I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry. I'm here.
Apollo, you're up.
Apollo just goes and crawls up in his lap and starts purring.
Oh, hi. Hi. He kind of
nudges his hand to where it would be at the right spot to scratch.
Right.
Where Apollo's like, just like, it's right there. Yep.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah, his hand's a little shaky, but he actually kind of like quickly gets into the whole petting thing, and just scratches your brain. It's like, oh, hi there, okay, hi, hey, what are you doing down here? Did you just whistle? I didn't hear. I heard somebody whistle.
That was me, Josiah.
Huh? Oh. He sees you and kind of like gets this look of panic on his face as he turns around, like, oh, the door was open when I got here. It wasn't open when I got here. I opened it.
You're fine.
Oh, okay.
That's Apollo.
Hi, Apollo.
Before you freak out, yes, he can talk.
Oh, hi. I don't have to keep that anymore.
You know, with you, I
But
was
can you
kind of...
stretch to the left a bit more?
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, with you, I kind of expected that at this point.
So, first things first. Remember when we first met a couple days ago?
Yes.
Well, I brought some more of the cookies.
Oh. Okay.
And then, because we've already jumped the tuna in this episode, Cal walks back to the end of the hall, reaches behind the aquarium where you're 99% sure there shouldn't be any room to reach behind, pulls out a folding card table, puts it down, and then pulls out 4 chairs and throws it around the card table.
Jeez, you were ready for this.
Apollo puts the little green hat on, the little, like, poker player hat.
Poker dealer, yes!
Device. I have one of those. Just
Why does that not surprise me?
Exactly.
I mean, based on your tag, that does not surprise me at all.
Yeah, I know.
Nope.
Mm-hmm. It's in the basement. It's unfortunate. I would run down and grab it. But anyway, okay, so Josiah sees the table and he looks at you and he looks at you in that way. It's like, are we supposed to sit up there?
I mean, we can't just hold this tray of cookies while you eat them.
Exactly. We can't. We could eat cookies on the ground, but why would we want to do that?
Plus, who's going to entertain me and lose all their money this week?
Apollo, the weekly game is until tomorrow.
Oh.
And you're not hustling the new guy.
Oh.
You can hustle the small lizard though.
It was fun hustling Cal for a while. All right, Cal, sink.
Oh, yeah, what? You did that to me?
Apollo, I don't think he knew yet.
Huh?
I thought I
Exactly.
just had bad luck.
Yes, you totally had bad luck.
So, you guys don't really know how, but as you're having this conversation, you look over and Josiah's already sitting at the table eating cookies.
Huh. Well, that didn't take much.
It's like,
What can I say? I make a mean cookie.
You do.
Hey, you want to see a magic trick?
I'll make these cookies disappear. That'll work for me.
I see it. I know a lot of magic. I've seen it a lot. I don't. Can you use magic too?
Oh, I was just going to use some sleight of paw.
Oh, okay. Sure.
So Apollo does the little, the most basic magic trick he knows, which is just, the find the card trick.
Nice.
Pick a card, any card.
That one.
Is this your card?
No, it was this over here.
Is this one your card?
Yeah, I just pointed to it. Yes.
What about this one?
No.
Hold on. What you're forgetting here is that there's a second part to this trick. As Cal walks over to behind Sink and pulls the card from behind Sink's ear and goes, "You mean this one, Josiah?" and throws it over to him.
Yeah, that was it.
Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Kind of hard to
Sink,
impress.
Sink,
Yeah.
next time don't steal the card from Apollo. I saw that.
Hey! Like my own magic.
I'm just picturing Sink just stood there the whole time, like, wait, what? I love these kids.
Right. So Josiah looks, or the three of you. So you all know magic, or just one?
I'm a talking cat.
Yeah, but
I don't
I have-
really.
I have a mech suit.
That's not magic, though.
No, I don't do magic. I do tech suit.
I don't know if I really know magic so much as I stole magic.
I weaponize food. Not the ones you're eating, though.
I was gonna say, he looks like... Okay. Magic's kind of special. It's kind of weird. Kind of weird. A little weird.
Yeah.
Do you know any magic?
Yeah. I know lots about magic. Lots about. That's how I can help the. That's why they wanted me to help the friend, because I could see I found the DNA marker in him.
You found it?
I know how to save him.
Wait. So, does that mean you're actually making progress?
Kind of looks away. So I know how to save him.
Okay, how do we save them?
We don't.
What do you mean?
Huh?
There's no way. No. Can't do it.
Okay. Josiah,
Hmm.
need you to do me a favor, okay? I need you to take a breath. I need you to relax. Take a breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. If you need to scratch Apollo's ears, he's right there. Okay? Nobody here is going to get mad at you.
That's
You
how
said you found the marker and you know how to save him. How?
It's not mad. It's not possible. You can't. It's not possible. There's no way.
Why isn't it possible?
Because he has to go. It's not. It's just.
What do you mean he has to go?
I don't even know if it's. So. They planted a virus in you know that already. There's a virus in him that's eating away that magic marker on his DNA, which is killing him. And there's a way to stop the virus, but it's part technical and part botany.
Take a breath.
Botany.
Slow down.
You need the right kind of herbal mixture, and there's one herb I know that has the properties that get, but it's kind of rare anymore because General kind of burned all of it.
Okay. What is it? And you said kind of rare. That means we can still find it.
Yes. Yeah, the last plant of it I ever saw was before I got put into prison, was sitting on the windowsill of the in a plant holder. It's called what was it called again? It was called it's a Zymphum plant. Yeah, that's right.
It's a what?
A Zymphum plant. It's the last one I saw was sitting in a plant pot in the windowsill of Brian's room.
Brian?
That's the lizard's what was it, nephew or something?
Son.
Son, right?
He was keeping at least a couple because I don't know why his father was ripping them all out around the. We had them playing all over the Citadel for a while, and then now they don't have them anymore, and that might be the new one. I don't. There might be someplace else. I don't know where they would be. They're kind of a weird plant.
Sink?
Hmm.
I don't believe I'm about to say this, but I may be owing you an apology here.
Ah, sweet. What for?
You made friends with Brian, didn't you?
Yeah, I think so. It's probably what a friendship's like in that way. But yeah, I definitely had a contact with Brian. That's for sure.
So Josiah kind of blinks and looks up, and she's like, "Wait! Brian, you saw Brian? Brian's out. He's out. He's alive."
Yeah. He was actually I kind of asked him for help for finding you.
Did he remember me?
Of course he did.
Oh, that's nice. He's a good kid. His father's just kind of a little tyrannical and weird weirdo.
Yeah, he wasn't too cool.
No,
But so if we find Brian, he might be able to help us find this plan, right?
Oh, so Apollo hit me.
Apollo deals in that card.
Really? Really? Hit me.
Sorry, you bust.
Well, you gave me a 16. What was I supposed to do?
according to the book, hit.
What was that?
I said according to the book, hit.
Yeah, exactly.
I used to run blackjack tournaments. I know.
Oh, I love blackjack.
Me too. I'm bad at it.
So
if we find Brian, then we'll be able to get this plant. Which means it's no longer impossible. Right, Josiah?
you have to get back in the Citadel? No, it's not possible.
Remember there's a difference between not possible and not supposed to be done.
Just remember, when you have eliminated the impossible, whatever remains, however improbable, and he's just going to leave it sitting there.
Is that House Eggs principle?
No, Sherlock Holmes. When you have eliminated the impossible, whatever remains, however improbable, must be the truth.
I
Huh.
believe I heard that quote in Star Trek once.
I heard that in a video game.
It's definitely Arthur Conan Doyle.
Mm-hmm.
They still lit those monsters.
Well, yeah, but remember, they did like 3 or 4 episodes on Sherlock Holmes and Star Trek Next Generation, so...
That's true, yeah.
Seriously, Apollo, this is the 4th hand in a row where you've dealt yourself as a dealer of blackjack. I know how you stack the deck. Please stop.
But okay. So I pull out my non-stack deck.
Remember, I'm the one who made those cards for you.
so
Yeah, the way this deck stacking works is if a human touches the cards, they can't tell, but there's a special material on them for cat paws, so he knows what each card is.
It's like little pads, right?
Yep.
Nice.
So much sense.
So Josiah actually looks over at Apollo. Like, so you're from space? You're from space? Space? There.
That's what I've been told.
Oh, do you not know where from?
No.
Okay. Can I get? Do you want to know?
Do you know?
Well, no. Can I? Do you think I can get a sample of your blood? I might be able to help find you where you from.
Apollo kind of looks at Cal nervously.
Just a bit, tiny bit.
Apollo, that's up to you.
Not right now. Just when you're done.
Yeah, so Cal looks over at Sink and goes, "Do you think I just got all the money I have just by those couple of patents? Hell no. I hustle people with the cat."
You're smarter than you look.
Yes,
And you already
I
look
am.
very smart.
And I look smart as hell.
Yeah.
So while you guys are all chatting and whatnot, Apollo.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere, you're gonna feel something nuzzling against your head.
I think,
How did she get down?
Your doors. How did she get down here?
She looks. Does she have? You don't have the translator on, do you? It's down there, so probably not. So she meows a lot, and Apollo, you hear her basically say, "Oh, I stuck in when you guys walked in."
she apparently was tailing us all the way down here.
She's a cat. Of course she's tailing.
Yeah.
She looks over at Apollo like, I missed you. You were gone for so long.
Then they put me in a little bitty cage and stuck me in a car.
Apollo, you were gone for like an hour.
I know, it's a really
Felt
long
like forever.
she says it at the same time, too. It's like, yeah, it felt like forever.
So why are you here?
I just wanted to see. I'm so happy you're safe. She nuzzles you.
Yeah. Okay, that's enough.
Hey, Apollo.
Yeah.
Think she's willing to be an emotional support cat, too?
Hey, Athena, you want to be an emotional support cat?
Did you need emotional support, dear?
I don't speak cat, but I can probably pick up on that.
I walked right into that, didn't I?
She kind of did, yes.
Yup. Cal just looks at Sync and goes, this might be more fun without the translator on.
If Apollo could turn red, Apollo is red right now.
You can have the ears, like the inner membrane of the
Oh,
ear.
yeah. Like this is a comic book. Apollo is red.
Apollo's red. Apollo has gone
That's,
full red.
yeah.
At this point, Cal just reached over, grabs 2 cookies, hands one to Sync, hands one to Josiah, hands a third one, and then you're sitting there munching cookies, watching.
Josiah is now completely involved in this. Like it looks like he's like stopped shaking in any ways. He's fascinated by this.
It's absolutely fascinating.
You know, Athena, they can't understand this conversation, so they're just enjoying the torture that I'm suffering.
So good.
So in response to that, she just leans over and licks the side of your head.
Apollo just falls over at this point.
You know, like first base for cats.
The cartoon where they kind of like they turn completely red, stiff as a board, and then fall. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Apollo
exactly.
just.
Oh dear. So Cal, she looks up at you like that thing where they sit on all fours and they look up at you like, meow.
Cal just looks over at Sync and goes, this is better than the soaps I used to watch, as the world purrs.
It hurts because I know it's a real show in this world.
It hurts for so many reasons.
It hurts because I just had to Google soap opera names to make a pun, okay?
Wow, come on.
You didn't know that one? Come on.
No, I was stuck up on Days of Our Lives. I almost went Days of Our 9 Lives. I'm like, nah, that's a little much.
Appropriate, but yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Cal just looks, Athena. I can't understand you, but you can understand me.
She nods.
Okay. Do you like scritches? And pets?
She walks over towards you, starts rubbing against your leg.
He points and goes, you see him over there, the yellow guy? He loves giving scritches and pets.
So she kind of hops up into his lap, and he's still like surprised, like just like, oh hi, why cats like me all of a sudden? Oh, hi, oh. It's just scratching her ear. Oh yeah, no, she's purring like a lovely kitten right there.
Who knew the way to get him to calm down was to kind of just use the cats that we already had?
Why do you think? Have you you do realize that? Yeah, never mind.
What?
Cal goes over, pokes at Apollo. Is the rigor mortis done yet?
Yeah, he started to melt.
So Cal gets right down, when you're playing with your cat, you get down your belly and you're right face to face with him.
Mm-hmm.
And Cal just looks, Apollo and Athena sitting in the tree.
K-I-S-S-I-N-G.
Apollo does that, the face swat, just absolutely rears back and slaps Cal across the face.
Oh!
No claws, just all paw.
Oh!
Okay, you kind of deserve that one.
We got to work on your right hook. You lost some velocity coming out of that.
Would you like a left?
I would.
Apollo jumps up and smacks Sink in the
Ow,
face.
I bet on him.
Okay, so what happened?
Cal just looks at Sink. You walked into that one.
I did.
Yeah, you do.
I ain't even mad.
Do we need to take a quick refreshing pause so we can get the GM back on track?
Oh no, you're fine. Because like while you guys while those antics are going on, y'all look back and Josiah's not sitting down anymore.
Where's Athena?
Not there either.
Did he just disappear again?
Probably. Caelus goes. He goes. And the little robots you see around the lab, one of them comes out from behind where the table and chairs were and just starts picking up everything.
Nice.
Ooh,
Let's
robot.
go.
All right.
Well, you don't have to go too far because down a hallway around one of the aquariums, he's Josiah's just standing there with Athena like in his arms as he's just staring at the fish.
Honestly, do we need to interrupt him?
A little bit. Josiah.
Huh? Oh yeah. Sorry, I want to go look at the fish. They're kind of nice.
No, that's fine. Do you feel more comfortable down here?
No, it's too underground, but it's nice for a little. Well, I gotta get back into. The problem is, even if we get the plant, I don't know if we can save it, but I think we can. I think we can.
Okay.
That's sure. It's
Okay.
not possible.
Okay. Josiah, why don't you think we can save it?
I guess there's more to it than just getting this herb mixture thing. There's other things, and then there's the whole DNA sequence. We have to make sure that he doesn't. You know, we don't want him turning into like something that he's not supposed to be.
Okay. Josiah, do me a favor.
But
Give Athena more scritchies.
he like is this entire time.
So, we need a plant, which we're going to go try and figure out how to acquire. What else do we need?
I'm working on the rest of it. That's kind of the big thing, though. If we can get that, we might be able to get the rest of it. There's a few other things that I need to figure out where they are first before I.
Well, maybe I know where they are.
Well, the thing is, there's a lot of different things. I'll let you know when I figure it out exactly. 'Cause I'm not sure yet. The virus is weird. It's different than anything I've seen before.
Well, you are in the right place because I have at least one of the computers up there. Its entire purpose is virus and RNA sequencing.
Yeah, I know. I was looking at. It's really nice.
So, before we go, I have one other question. How did you get down here?
I bought.
How did you
The
get by
same thing to me.
How did you get by the security?
Oh, he pulls out this key card thing. He's like, oh, I programmed this. It was actually kind of easy. And then the rest of it, I just used my claws to pick the lock. It was the thing. I get really good at that. I didn't like it very much.
Fine. That key card needs to be destroyed.
Oh, okay. So he looks at it, just like snaps it in half.
Cal's still in gauntlet stuff.
Yeah.
So he basically takes the liquid metal squirt gun down to the 2 pieces of the key card, and just.
That's handy.
Huh? You're not really broken up about that like I thought you would be.
I'll program the biometrics so you can get in.
Oh, thank you. He looks over at Sigler. I mean, I could just make another one. It's just a piece of plastic that has a...
I'll program the biometrics so you can get in.
Yeah, I was just telling him why I wasn't broken up about the card. Thank you, appreciate that.
Okay, Sync.
Yep. Gotta go meet Brian, right?
Well, we're going to try and figure that out, but I don't know about you, and Apollo's fine, but I'm kind of hungry.
I just had a cookie, so I'm doing great. Actually, I'm kind of hungry too. Yeah. What are you thinking?
Well, let's go up a couple of levels, and I'll show you what I'm thinking.
Ooh, is it time to cash in on those crawdads?
No, those are in this level. This is the seafood level.
So we're already on the right level.
I see food.
Yes, and then you eat food, we know.
Yes.
Come with me, Sync.
No, fine.
So you walk up, and you weren't paying attention to the labels on the doors as you walk by. Walk up from the seafood, and this one just says bakery. You open the door, and inside is just mounds and mounds and mounds of baking supplies, flour and sugar and trays and a whole thing.
How do you keep all of this fresh?
And the robots start showing up and be like, they do it?
Figures.
So closes the next one, then walks to the next one, and this one just says butcher.
No, we were good at the bakery. Oh, wait.
And then you
No,
open
I
the
want to see
door.
a third one.
That opens the door to the butchery, and there's just you've seen like butchers like the dry aged meats hanging and wet aged meats. Like it's a full functioning, basically butcher shop.
Huh.
I was thinking this.
So, Cal,
Yes.
what's the next door?
If you want to open the door above here, go right ahead. There are 2 locks. The first one is a directional lock. It's a left down, left up. And then the second one is a word combination lock, and the password is Apollo.
Aw.
Now I'm curious. Okay. So, fine. Sing just goes up there and checks it.
You open the door?
Oh, yeah, puts in the combination, and presses A, B, start, and types in Apollo.
So you open the door, and as you open the door, the force of what's behind it takes care of the rest. The door swings open, and you get buried in an avalanche of cat food.
Ah, yes, more food.
Well, find Apollo's dinner.
Cal's just standing at the bottom of the level, smiling.
By the way, Cal, when you guys looking in the butcher shop and whatnot, close to the door there is clearly one of the knives has been moved, and there's like a little piece of one of those aging meats has been cut off.
Cal is quickly going to pull out, because he's Cal, he's all that. He's going to go quickly pull out a fingerprint kit, dust the knife, and assuming he's finding lizard prints.
I don't even know if lizards have fingerprints, but Josiah doesn't deny anything. He just looks at I saw that. I was like, oh, do that. Look,
It was totally him.
Definitely him.
Nobody's surprised.
There's yellow scales on the knife.
They don't peel off that easy, but it's just, as I said, he's not even denying it. He's just telling you, like, that was me. Sorry, I.
So, we thinking burgers, steak, ribs?
Yes.
Apollo?
Yeah.
You're not having all of them. Okay, what happened the last time you ordered the barnyard?
I got attacked by a sheep.
Well,
It was a bad time.
next time, don't want for fresh mutton.
It was so good. And so rolly.
Yes. And how many times did I have to floss your teeth to get the wool out?
I think there's a piece still in there. Can you get it?
Cal will walk over and just be like, it's like a 6-inch long piece of wool.
Nice. All right.
So, Sink, what do you think?
I was still pretty satisfied with the seafood level, personally.
I already had tuna.
And I mean, there were some nice things in the bakery I could go for. Some nice cakes.
Well, no, the bakery is just baking supplies. Nothing was actually baked. Cal does all the baking upstairs.
Right. That's what I mean.
Easy
Like,
bake ovens.
you could make some nice stuff with that.
Yeah, there's also a like way too many supply of easy bake ovens in the back of that room.
Just extra ones.
Yes, like extra ones, like the special edition ones.
Oh wow.
Like
You know what? So
buried,
probably go for some chicken. That'll work.
buried super far in the back is the My Little Pony special edition.
Nobody must see.
Cal's refusing to admit that he owns that one.
Right.
Fine, you talk me into it. I'll take some chicken.
Okay.
Chicken nuggets?
Yes, Apollo, we can make chicky nuggets.
Apollo pulls out some licensed Baby Yoda merch, puts it on his head.
I assume this means you want to help.
Chicken nuggets!
This also means that we have to stream eating them now.
Oh, that's happened before. So, screen wipe to the kitchen, where we're not sure how this happened, but the kitchen has been rearranged in an Iron Chef-like setup. Apollo's webcam is down on top of the kitchen, and the stream is live. Apollo, take it away.
Welcome to Kitchen Stadium. Tonight, we have, in this corner, Cal. And in this corner, Sink. And we're making chicken nuggets. Their secret ingredient is cashews. Cuisine.
So Cal immediately just goes up and just starts grabbing handfuls and handfuls of the cashews, runs back over to his section, and just dumps them into the just ridiculously giant food processor.
And Sink, meanwhile, has never had to make food like this for himself ever in his life. So he just kind of like taking some of the cashews. He's like, man, I don't know, just microwave it. Just
So we just get the cut panel of Cal taking the chicken breast, cutting it up into nugget-like pieces. And then you see him, like, get the 3 batter station. You get, the flour, the egg wash, and then a combo batter of cashew dust and panko breadcrumbs. And then just gets them all and then just dunks them into the fryer. And of course, Cal, knowing full well what this is making an absolute show of this the entire time.
meanwhile, we have a panel of Sink just like sitting next to a microwave, like with his nose inch away from it. Like, come on, any second now.
We pan to the trash and there's just a bag of frozen nuggies.
And let's go to our floor reporter, Athena. Athena, take it away.
Oh,
Yeah.
Athena is still in Josiah's arms. Has long since walked away from any of this.
Fascinating reporting, Athena. Thank you.
We just cut. It's a picture of a cat with Cal going meow,
Right.
meow, meow. So we pull a cut again, and Cal's taking the first batch of nuggies out of the fryer, dumping the second batch in, and then we see him open the oven, and he pulls out a batch of brownies that no one knows for sure how he had the time to mix that up, but it just is.
Contestants, your 5-minute first dish must be served now. Bring it to me.
So Cal basically goes up and it's not. I said brownie, but it's actually a blondie, so it's cat appropriate.
Mhm.
And so he brings up it's a little piece of blondie, and it's got some cashew dust on it, but it's a blondie, so it's molded into the shape of a chicky nugget.
Very interesting, Cal. Tell us why you chose dessert first.
He looks very simply, and he snaps, and the camera pans around to the audience, which is his brother and not the lizards, or the lizards. The lizards are there, but there's camera magic to make it look like they're just regular people.
Yeah, the same camera magic that's being used for sports.
Exactly. Right. So they look like regular people. So you got so you got Gregory there.
Are you guys live streaming this?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Daniel is there. Daniel is there. I mean, and all of and everyone's eating brownies. I'm like, because the audience looked like they needed something sweet.
Well, we appreciate the sweet deliciousness.
I should seriously just. If I had enough energy, I would have run up a custom move while you guys are talking.
when you randomly decide to Iron Chef America.
Right. When you participate in Iron Chef Lab, Iron Chef Science Lab,
yes, when you add a cuisine.
And Sink, please present your dish.
Oh, Sink just kind of walks out. He's got what looks kind of like a half-melted styrofoam plate because he put it in the microwave, of course. And he's got the chicken nuggets kind of piled up high on there, and they clearly came from a bag. And on one side, he has a big thing of ketchup on it, and on the other side, he's got probably some packets of honey mustard that they had left over from last time they went out to eat. He just kind of puts it in front of Apollo. He just kind of says, "There."
This is what you serve me? I bet you put that ketchup on your sandwiches.
No, it's disgusting.
We get the cut. You know, like how the cooking shows, they have the cut of the interviews afterwards where the chefs are just talking. You just get the cut to Cal going, don't let him fool you. I've seen him do it. It's disgusting to watch.
And it goes back to Sink. I fooled them. They have no idea I do it. I mean, if you don't like it, I'll just eat it myself. So he just takes one from the top, just kind of pops it in. More for me.
All right, Cal wins. We're done.
Wait, hold on. As you say this, Cal's walking up with a full tray. He goes, but before we go...
Wait, Cal hasn't won yet. No, bring the tray.
I mean, so Cal walks up and goes, before we go, I made some homemade chicken nuggets with a cashew dust crust and animal-approved chalky milk.
Ooh.
How do you get chocolate? Never mind.
Cal's a gastrochemist. He basically reverse engineered it so that whatever the part of the chocolate was that is harmful to animals, he just pulled it out.
Huh. Easy enough.
Indeed.
So Cal basically served Apollo chicky nuggies and chalky milk.
I approve this.
Then he looks over at Sink. Beat that.
I don't need to.
Oh, you frick the punishment, Sink. You have to do the dishes.
What? No!
And then we pan over, and the sink is just overflowing because Cal cooks like a madman. Also, real quick, for those in the chat, those watching this live stream, we need a poll, a quick poll, show of hands. Do you want us to live stream Sink doing the dishes?
Oh, the answer's overwhelmingly yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Hold on a second.
There's one no.
Yeah, it's Sink logged in from his phone.
Right. No, hold on a
Their
second.
vote doesn't count, Sink.
We'll see what the poll result is. Hold on.
Oh, we're getting an actual poll.
Wow, okay, 100% said yes.
Dang, Sink. They really want to see you in the sink.
Yep. All right, so Apollo, hit that "Be Right Back" screen.
Yeah, the splash screen comes up with the Apollo. The drawing that you see, the using paw strats, made by the one and only 2 Million Eyes here.
Yeah.
So we get back, and the camera has been rearranged again. And you're not sure how this happened, because when you initially saw the sink, it was one of those up against the wall sinks. And now that things have been rearranged again, the sink is basically in the middle where the island is, so the camera has a better view of watching Sink do it. And Sink, you're not entirely sure how this happened, but in the splash screen, you went from having the chef's apron on to having the full dishwasher outfit on, including the elbow-high rubber gloves.
And the huge hairnet, because, Fox.
Yes, absolutely. Your tail is also in a hairnet.
Like, no reason whatsoever.
For the bit, OPT, for the bit.
Again,
It's for the bit.
right. No, that I got it.
Right. So Sink just kind of grumbling as he's watching the dishes. Kind of first.
Then Cal sneaks into frame. Hey, Apollo.
Yeah.
How long do you think this is going to take him?
I set the stream to turn off in 2 hours.
All right, chat. You taking the over or the under? Let's go. Come on. React with those emotes. React with the TDC Apollo under or TDC Apollo over. Come on. Let's see those emotes in chat, everybody.
Okay, 45% of people think it's going to take longer.
When you wash dishes on a live stream.
Yeah. I'm missing all sorts of opportunities for this.
You really are.
If I wasn't completely exhausted, I might actually have had the mental energy to make said moves, but I'm tired.
And we're pushing every button we can.
Sure, you guys' show. I just run it.
Do you?
It's the Apollo show
Do
now.
you run it?
Yeah.
The inmates are running the asylum.
Well,
Yeah.
you have no idea how many horror movies are being made while you guys are washing dishes. Just saying.
Why? We haven't missed a single thing.
Sure.
At this point. Oh, by the way, Sink, did you text what's his face?
Who? Which one? What's his face? There's lots of what's his faces.
The what's his face we were supposed to have the meeting for the Who's a Thing.
Oh, the guy. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure, I did.
And Cal is purposely talking in code, 1, because they're on stream, and 2, because he knows it will generate more views for Apollo, which means more money for them.
Do you have a way of getting contact? I forget. Did Brian?
Brian gave me a way to contact him in
Oh,
case
yeah,
I
okay.
found the guy. Yeah.
Good.
Don't remember exactly how. I'm pretty sure it was a phone number, but I don't know.
I am sure it would have been, yeah.
Right, because I think Calic found out it was like a burner or something weird. But yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, so I totally texted Brian.
What are you texting?
I texted him that we need to find this plant, the Zephium plant.
Mm-hmm.
And we need it fast. So if you can help us find that, we can help you find Josiah.
So, it's like 15. Let's say you did that before you guys did the whole Iron Chef thing. It's after you're done with the dishes that he finally texts you back.
He could have been earlier. Okay, so Sid picks out his phone.
And
Hey, it's from Who's His Face?
Look, the stream's been down for 20 minutes. You don't have to say Who's His Face anymore. Also, Apollo, I'm not sure if you saw the numbers. We got so many people, subscribers, and they want a TDC Apollo dishes emote that just Sink washing dishes.
Working on it.
Ah, yes.
let's see here. You gained 533 new followers just from that stream.
Holy Hannah!
And Cal is nice. He goes into the information section, and to all subscribers, he sends out the recipe for the cashew dusted chicken nuggies.
Nice.
And despite Sink's best efforts, it's like hand fur and like his arm fur is kind of like matted from like all the water because of all the time he spent in the sink.
Oh yeah.
And he's trying to like get his phone taken care of and just figure out what this guy has.
So Brian texts you back, and he's like, "There's like it's just like 3 dots, and then the Zephyr plant, really? Question mark."
Tink texts back, "Yes, really, it's an emergency."
So the final panel of this comic is going to be like a shot of Sync's phone with the text back that says, "All right, when do you want to go back into the Citadel?" Question mark. And that will be the best ending place I could think of for this one. So there you go.
Rails, where we're going, we don't need no rails.
I don't know why you keep saying that. You feel like you make it sound like I actually had a plan. So
we're
I
trying to
assume
make
there
it,
was no plan.
yeah, we know there's no plan. We're trying to make it seem like you're prepared and better than you are for this. We're trying to help you here.
what? I don't need to be prepared for this. You guys have make up your own stuff. It's great. Anyway, but that's it for today, guys. Thank you all for watching. Whatever this was. I'm not sure if it was actually Caelus City, but it is what it was. It was a thing. It was absolutely. But every good sci-fi TV show has to have its random silly episode. So
Tribbles.
right, exactly. So until next time.
Every episode with us.
Exactly. So until next time, thank you guys all for watching. For Nora, Chammy, and Tej, I'm OPT. Later, alls.